Our intention is to decode the synthesis of human design, gene keys, and astrology together as one cohesive system, which starts with a language. I still like to have many different views and perspective. I am a sixth line being, and I like to look from different angles. I still love to have the gene key profile, to have the human design chart, to have the wheel with astrology, to have the design wheel together with the personality wheel. So it's not so much about saying there's only one chart, there's only one view that we want to use. No, there's one language that can be synthesized so that we can speak with each other and know what we mean. And that is a codex that I think is also being developed here as we're finding ways of speaking seamlessly in between systems. So one cohesive language. And then from that, it can become a synthesis. Everything starts with the fact that we have one sky with what we say in astrology and in the I Ching, where everything comes from, that it's a wheel. So that wheel is made up of the 12 zodiac signs in the Western astrology. And then the I Ching way of looking at it is that it has 64 hexagram. So if we're looking up into the sky right now, the map of the sky would be that in different directions on the sky, there are those 12 zodiac signs, there are those different elements. Because in the I Ching, all of the hexagrams are also divided into 8 elements. And at any given point in any given direction, we're going to have that overlay between a sign and a hexagram. So right now, if we are in Scorpio, we just changed from hexagram 28 into 44, and that is in the part of the wheel where we have Scorpio. And Scorpio has its qualities, which is fixed water, which is feminine, and the same thing when we speak about the 44, it has in the gene keys a frequency band. And then when we know about the gate, it's part of a circuitry, it's part of a channel as well in the body graph, for example, is part of a center. So all these things we can say about any given point in the wheel. And what we have in the I Ching and in human design and gene keys, that we have lines or decimals. So we also know that in that 44, we're going to be in a line, and that would be similar in astrology as saying we are in a degree and even in a minute. So we can become even really precise, degree and minute in astrology, and that would be line, color, tone, and base in human design. So having that wheel, we then use those activations that at any given point we have all the different planets in different point of the sky, and then that is what we map. So in this, what we could say the natal chart for human design, we would take everything that's on the sky in the moment of birth, and that would be numbers that we're mapping into the body graph. And then we have another imprint, which is the prenatal imprint 3 months before, and that also get mapped. And then in the gene keys, we are looking at a kind of hero's journey of taking the planets, the same numbers, and mapping them as a journey with connections in between them. On Tuesday, I'm going to go through the golden path with you with every single sphere that you see here, all these planets. We're going to speak about each one of them, and we're also going to go even further out to speak about all the other planets. So that would be the moon, that would be the nodes, that would be the outer planets as well, because all of them are gene keys. It's not only the gene keys in the gene key chart. We can add all the planets. We can even go and start speaking about the asteroids, for example. I love to speak about the midheaven. I love to speak about the ascendant. However, starting with the golden path just gives us a really solid ground of starting to unlock our genius, starting to unlock in relationships how we can relate in a higher frequency, being more embodied, being more constructive, and also then in the pearl sequence and the outer planets, how we can express our genius in the world, how we can step into our leadership, how we can start to become even more versatile and multidimensional. So really the different sequences are helping us to embody more of who we are. And then adding to that, understanding more about the psyche, about the outer planets can also help us to expand even more.